my MBA last year itself.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Where are you working?
Right now I'm working in HCL Tech.
Okay, nice, nice.
Yeah.
Are
What
we
about you?
expecting more mentees to join? I'm working in Godrej Properties, right?
Okay, that's quite nice. How many people are have joined us? 10 people have joined us apart from me, Anushka and Hemant.
Karthik, are we expecting more mentees to join, or should we get started?
Yes, this will actually stream live on
We are
YouTube, so we
live.
are just setting up. Okay.
Okay, we'll wait till then. You let us know.
Just let once 1 मिनट वेट करो अपने आप को इंट्रोड्यूस कर दो कोर्स के बारे में थोड़ा बता दो एंड देन लेट्स स्टार्ट ठीक है वी आर लाइव ऑलरेडी ऑन यूट्यूब
Okay. Hi guys. Thank you so much for joining with us. My name is Akash. I worked in Cognizant for 3 years. Post that, I completed my MBA. Right now, I'm working as a consultant. And me and Anushka gonna describe you about how you can proceed when it comes to group exercise of Snap. Right. So those people who are watching us, can you tell me and tell us the difference between GD and G? Anyone, guys? You can open up your cameras as well as you can put it into chat box, so we'll understand the difference between GD and G. Okay, no worries. So guys, I'll tell you one thing. When it comes to GD, the discussion will happen on a topic, but in a group exercise, it is a task based group activity. So as a group, you have to come to a consensus. In GD, you might be having so many opinions, but in G, all the things which will happen are dependent upon the actions that you are taking, right? uh, in GD, most of the times you'll think that what people are saying, and you will put your perspective according to the a situation, but your actions matter when it comes to group exercise. So let me share my screen so that you will get a better idea about what is this G and all these things. Anushka, is my screen visible to you?
Not yet. Oh, are you sharing something? Yes, now I
Yes.
think. Just give it a
Yeah.
minute. It's yet to come.
Yeah, is it visible?
Yeah, it's visible now. Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, we'll discuss about each and everything from group exercise when it comes to SIBM Pune, SCMHRD, SIDTM, SIM, SIB, and SIBM Bengaluru. And I'll also tell you how this GD and group exercise will happen and what are the things that you need to keep in mind, right? First of all, whenever you are going for GD or G, you see same set of pattern will happen, but group exercise is kind of different. If I talk about SIBM Pune, there will be 10 students that will be coming for group exercise, and there will be two panelists. One will be alumni, one will be guy who has worked in art army from so many years. Most of the professors, they'll call out from the SSBs, right? So there are 4 to 5 types of group exercise that will happen when it comes to SIBM Pune. First type of group exercise I'll show you. I have one photo of me. This is the last year's image where you'll get a better understanding about how this G happens. Anushka, is this photo visible to you?
Yes, yes, it's visible.
Okay. So guys, just look at this image. This was the image that came to SIBM Pune last year, right? So looking at this image, you need to understand and you need to sit in a team, right? Uh, 2 minutes will be given to think about the topic. The topic could be abstract, the topic could be picture based. Now, from past 3 years, I have seen so many times that the picture based Gs are coming, right? So these are the 4 pictures that will be given to you. What you have to do, each person will get 30 seconds to start up the group discussion, I would say group exercise, and then they'll cut you. So you have to put your point of view. What do you think about the topic? Maybe use any framework, maybe have a hook or opener whenever you are starting any group exercise. Post that, once the 10 candidates are done, then the group exercise will happen. They will open up the forum for 10 to 12 minutes, and at the end of it, you have to come up with a story. It's not like group discussion where you'll talk on the topic, you'll talk about pros, cons, and then you'll come up with the answer. In group exercise, your story matters a lot. Each person has a different story, but as a manager, how do you think in this situation? That plays a very important role when it comes to group exercise, right? And at the end of it, every person will get 30 seconds to think about the conclusion, and they'll roll out their names, right? Let's say, hey Anushka, hey Hemant, hey Karthik, can you tell us or can you shed some light on this group exercise? So you have to put your point of view, what group tells to the situation, right? What happens in group discussion, every person will get personalized points, right? And according to that point, you will be evaluated. Your communication, narration, how do you think in a spontaneous situation, what kind of data, fact, figure, numbers use matters a lot when it comes to group discussion. But when you look at group exercise, guys, if one or two folks are not performing well, the whole group will be in a dumb situation, right? And just because of one or two folks, your whole group will be out of the SIBM Pune race, right? So if you have scored around 45 to 47 marks to have a seat in SIBM Pune, the composite score requires that would be around 79 marks. So guys, one thing that is very important is you need to score minimum 50 out of 50 when it comes to group exercise, right? 40 marks are given to the group exercise and 10 marks are given to your snap interview. So make and break for you is group exercise. This is one of the first type of group exercise. Can anyone tell, look, while looking at this image, how you start the discussion, or what do you think about this situation? Right? Can anyone tell? Let's say, think it like a real life group exercise. And this was the same topic that came to SIBM Pune last year. And if you are going for this year, same kind of topic will be coming to you, but it's just that the images would be different.
Then before
Can anyone
moving
tell?
forward, we will also take any inputs. Anushka, if you have anything to say, like regarding this process or what your experience has been.
All right. That's okay. I think Akash is continuing just fine. But if I talk about my experience also, I also had an image like this. I don't have the image with me right now, but there were four unrelated images that were put in a collage, and then you have to think about it. They give you about a minute or two, and you have to weave your perspective or your story on this. They want to see your creativity, they want to see your ability to convince the others of your perspective, how you are how you are visualizing it, how you're selling it. So largely it is less about argument in a GE and more about cohesion, coming to a common ground. That's what Akash also mentioned. So I think I'd like to give a few people some chance to say something about this image, like Akash said. I also have a few observations on the image. I think everyone can have different opinion on this one. So feel free and be creative.
Right, yeah. Thank you so much, Anushka. So, guys, I'll tell you some tips before jumping on this image, right? Uh, Sometimes image will be given. That is the first type of group exercise that will happen. If you look at SMHRD, then nowadays I have seen stakeholder-based group exercise are coming a lot. It means, let's say I'll tell you a realistic scenario. Last year, there was a scenario of IT industry that they are given, and then they are given four services. One of the service was the digital manufacturing. Second service was digital platform. Third series was mainly related to the tech support, and fourth was the senior management professional, right? So these were the four services that they are given, and they have given six questions to that question. I would say the text that is given there. So as a group exercise, first of all, you need to understand, because the setup that will be present there, it will be new to you, right? And most of the people are not familiar with the setup itself. So what you have to do, first understand the setup that is present there. So out of that six questions, you have to pick one question and you have to come up with the answer, and you have to make sure that each person who is present there is on the consensus of the same question and is on the consensus of the same answer. That is the second type of group exercise that will happen. Third type of group exercise that will happen when it comes to SIBM Bengaluru and SIIB Pune, right? So you'll be given one video. In that video, the length of that video would be around 1.5 seconds, I would say minutes to 2 minutes. And post that, they will remove the video and they will come up with 4 to 5 questions. Post that, for 4 to 5 questions, there will be 10 to 12 solutions. Each person has to visualize the uh, video that is given there, and then according to that video, what do you think about the current situation and how do you come up with a consensus? That is the one thing. Post that, some normal questions that will be given to you in SIDTM, SIM. If you look at SIM, which is very good when it comes to operation management. If you didn't get any chance to get into IIM Mumbai for operation management, I think you should take a bait on SIM Nashik. Operation based G will come. SIDT and SCIT. These are corely IT oriented colleges. So you need to learn more about cyber security and network security, cryptocurrency, Gen AI. All the G's will happen around these topics, and simple one set of liner or two liner questions that will be coming to you, right? So guys, whenever this kind of a group exercise that will be given to you, right, understand the overall theme of the group exercise, right? Focus on the small details that is given there. If you look at this image, there's a robot that is given there. Then in the second image, there's a home. I would say there's a room. There's in that room no one is there. In the third place, they have given how oil is very important to us. And fourth one is, there's a frame which is broken it out. So according to that, you have to think. I can come up with three four stories for it. Can anyone tell me, looking at this, what are the stories that you can think it out?
There is no
Anyone?
one right answers. You can take an attempt, okay? It's fine, guys.
Yes, guys. Whatever that is coming to your mind, speak it out. Okay, no worries, guys. So here, if
Can
you
I
look at this,
attempt?
yeah, you can definitely take a shot.
Okay. What I'm thinking is am watching a movie on Star Wars in my bedroom while drinking alcohol, and that's so liberating. It feels like I'm breaking the cages.
Okay, perfect. That also looks good story, but you have to build out on that story. You can use this sentence as an opening sentence when it comes to group exercise, but once you start the group exercise, you have to convince to the people that, hey, I feel that this topic looks very versatile and interesting. Looking at this topic, the first image shows image of soldier or robot, where in a world we are focusing towards technology, but we are not in a situation where we are focusing towards own health. We are stress free. So this is how you have to think about it, and you have to understand the 10 perspectives which are present there. Whenever you are putting any points has to be crisp clear. Next thing is, in group exercise, do not dominate. If any woman is there, please give her a chance. And I have seen folks who remain silent for the whole group exercise. So you should not do this kind of situations. Don't repeat the points again and again, right? I have seen some students, maybe they use so many fillers, maybe due to lack of communication, they are not able to put up their points, right? So don't repeat the same points. If you are not familiar with the G that is present there are so many frameworks. I'll also tell you some frameworks that you should definitely use when it comes to group exercise, so that it will be very handy for you, right? Use simple English language. You don't have to use any jargons which are present there, right? And if you disagree to someone, so don't tell upfrontly that I am disagreeing to you, right? Just tell to the person that, hey, I appreciate your point of view, but I have a different view to this situation. Or, you know, sometimes group exercise becomes diverged. The speakers who are present there, they are not able to come up with a consensus, or they are not able to build up a story. So you can tell to the people that, hey guys, we are going in a tangential direction. Let me come up with the main point, right? So these are the small nuances that you have to focus it out. Pestle framework, which is political, economical, social, legal. This is one of the framework that you can use. Next thing that I have seen, these are the things which I am telling you, you must follow. uh, when the moderators that were present there in 2022 during the group exercise, I have seen it. Uh, Most of the students were using chat GPT or phone kind of thing, right? And they were debarred from the group exercise within 2 to 3 minutes. So what you have to do is, whenever you are going for a group exercise, have the attire. Second thing is, notebook has to be handy with you, and your face, uh, uh, the camera has to be up to your chest, right? Hemant, you're saying something?
Yes, I wanted to add a few points.
Mm-hmm.
And then you and Anushka can confirm if those are right or not, because I think group exercise is very closely related to group discussions, and that is why the number one thing which you should definitely avoid during a group exercise is to look at the moderators and say, it's a group exercise, the moderators do not exist for you. It's your group, you're talking within them, and the main aim is to come up on a consensus, and it's in a group discussion as well. It is usually preferred to see if the group has come on a consensus. So, like Akash said, that you should not be dominating. But yes, if your points are discussed, if you have given any viewpoints and then it is stretched over, you definitely get brownie points for that, because then you have given a perspective that a lot of people have accepted. And because we all understand the nature of people, that they always come after you to bite you and to get that credit and to make their own mark, if you are able to leave an impression that people are able to carry till the last, then you get the brownie points. Okay. Secondly, be very, like Akash again said, have your notebook, note everyone's points down. You need to be really present, because the interviewer can then ask you anything. I have never sat in a group exercise per se, but I have been in situations where such things have happened in MBA. So your presence of mind, connecting it with the any current affairs or anything could matter a lot. For example, just I would say that I would have connected that picture with US Venezuela war. Like, what is happening?
Right.
The person is chilling in his room, sleeping. Maybe his son is watching Star Wars, and someone just came in crashing, took the person, like, broke all the, tar and all, took that person away. Just random connection. ठीक है. But yes, like it has to be a conversation and not that you always come up with random points just to make a point. It should look like a discussion. Anushka, Akash, if you have anything to add.
Yeah. Anushka, you want to say something?
Yes, just what to add to what Hemant was saying. So, as he said, the panels is an observer in that situation. You are not to look at them. You are not to interact with them. You have to just express your perspective. Because I have seen this happen a bunch of times, that when suppose you as a candidate are making a point and someone interrupts you, your instinct is to look at the panel, because you have this feeling like, it's like a teacher student thing, that you're trying to highlight to them that he just cut me, he just interrupted me. Please avoid that. Understand that in that group discussion you're on your own. You have to, even if someone cuts it, you have to learn to take it. And if someone interrupts you, your response should not be interrupting them back. Don't I always say this, whenever you're in a group discussion setting and you feel like it's going south, don't add to the chaos. Try to give more structure to it, try to give a direction to it, but uh do not expect that just making your point is going to get you out of that situation. And you have to be able to have an individual perspective to everything. Like, for example, if you heard three people talk about this image, if I add something, I saw escapism in it. I saw Star Wars because I see that's fiction. People love to watch it. I saw a quiet little bedroom where looks like a corner where someone wants to escape at the end of a tiring day. I saw it as a bottle of alcohol instead of oil. And similarly, I saw someone breaking free. So I felt like that four images symbolized escapism to me. Today, how relevant it is becoming, considering how hard life is. Everyone wants to escape. So everyone has very diverse perspectives, and you have to respect that, but you have to also assert your own perspective without seeming repetitive. Try to have more originality when you mention it. And again, the panel is an observer. They are not your teachers. They are not, you cannot like look at them in a complaining way if someone you feel like is interrupting you in that.
Perfect, Anushka. Quite perfect. So, guys, if you look at the image which I showed to you, maybe you can think it in a way that the first image is more about technology, AI, machine learning, where we are focusing towards a future which is technology oriented. But the second image gives a representation of sleep, whether we are getting the right sleep or not. A third image shows that in the era of AI, deep learning, machine learning, we are not able to understand and we are focusing towards technology, but we have to look at as a country what are our resources. Are we focusing on our resources or not? Do we have the right resources, right? This can be one of the story. You can also think about it, the contrast between past and present. In the first stories will give you the image of present, and the third and fourth image gives you the contrast between past, right? And last image that is shown there, you can think it out in a way that you know, broken net shows the future of ours. So this is how you have to think about it, and then you have to build it out. Now I was telling you some frameworks that are very handy for you when it comes to group exercise. First framework, which is pestle framework, which is political, economic, social, technological, environmental, legal, right? If you look at this image, what you can think, if you look at politically, right? If we wanted to come up with
Akash, the
different
image
types.
is not visible.
Okay, okay, just a second, Simon. Is this image visible to you guys? Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. So you have to think that, we are coming with new technology, we are coming with new methodologies in the industry, but what government thinks? Are there any guardrails? Are there any rules? Are there any measures on it? ऐसे सोच सकते हो when it comes to if you look at the third image, right? India is a scarce of resources, so you can make a story that maybe India is considered as outsourcing country, right? But we lack resources, and this is one of the image which shows that we don't have right resources. We need to outsource resources. We need to put billions of dollars. So आप ऐसे different types of points डाल सकते हो. Then you can think about it when it comes to economical perspective, right? So I was just telling you the framework which is very important. Second framework that you can use when it comes to group exercise is cause, impact, and solution, right? So whenever any problem that is given to me, I don't know that the same image that will be given to you, because colleges changes, group exercise often change it out. So aapko, you have to change your methodology, right? So you can use this cause, effect, and solution. Yeah, someone is saying something. Okay,
no,
no. So cause means you have to ask to the picture, text, or the image that is given there why it is happening. Impact means if the image is given, who are the people, who are the stakeholders who got affected by it. And solutions means as a group, how we can come up to the solution, right? So this is the second framework that you can use. And next framework, which is quite famous, that
Akash,
is, yeah.
sorry to cut you here. I think we'll keep one framework for the course.
Okay, okay, works.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
so we have just a couple of YouTube comments to address. I'll read them out. We'll give our perspective. Okay.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
I think Planet Places is asking. I have a question. We have we have speak on individual image or combine them. Yeah, at the end of the day, we have to combine them.
Okay. See, in group exercise, it is very important that you can put your points on any individual image, but after the seventh minute, once the story is going to build it out, you have to add your perspectives, the stakeholders, the people, or your peers who are present there, and you can add your extra points from the outside itself, right? You can, the framework which I told you, right? So you can use data, fact, figure, numbers, and you can bring a
I think the
hypothesis of
question
it.
was different, Akash. क्वेश्चन ये था
Yeah.
कि एक पे बोलना है कि चारों को कंबाइन करिए. So I'm sure
Depends.
you have
Like,
a good
So
it's
answer.
not that you can speak it out on 4 points, but up to 6 minutes, you can put your own perspective. After 6 minutes, it has to be a story. Yeah, Anushka, you're saying something.
yes, so what I was saying was that they'll give you four pictures. You can you can go about it however you want, but the point is, whatever your perspective it is, there has to be a common thread connecting all the four pictures. You have to find that common thread. For example, I found it as escapism. I think Akash found it as technology or war. Everyone, so you can discuss about the images individually, but there has to be a common ground. There has to be something that is tying that point together. So you have to see it as one cohesive picture, even though it is showing four very different perspectives to you.
Yes, uh, completely agreed with it. ठीक है, I hope we were able to answer your question. We cover more of it in depth in our course, and this you can see the personal mentors we give, and we cover all of it जो भी require होगा. And SIBM call is round the corner. So if you're already not doing any course and you really need help, I think it's time, because there's a lot to cover, honestly, a lot to cover, and does not happen overnight. So do not delay if you're thinking कि नहीं यार करते हैं, नहीं करते हैं, you should start doing it. ठीक है. Second comment is, sir, is it okay to exaggerate your story or achievements if I make up a good story? ठीक है. Before I give it to Anushka or Akash, I'll just tell Soham कि it is good if you write ma'am and sir or panels. Please be respectful enough to not ignore a gender. ठीक है. एंड आई नो इट्स नॉट कमिंग कि आप बायसनेस से आ रहे हैं, फिर भी इवन इन इंटरव्यूज मेक इट अ पॉइंट कि अगर आप जा रहे हो तो आप गुड मॉर्निंग मैम एंड सर बोलो, पहले मैम बोलो, थोड़ा कर्टियस लगता है. ठीक है. दीज आर सम स्मॉल स्मॉल थिंग्स दैट यू शुड कीप इन माइंड दैट लीव्स एन इम्पैक्ट. Regarding, is it okay to exaggerate your story or achievements if I make up a good story? I don't think it's a good idea because it's a group exercise. आप अपना स्टोरी बना के ऐसा कुछ ऐड नहीं कर रहे हो जो ग्रुप आगे लेके जाएगा. इनफैक्ट इफ यू आर एडिंग योर ओन स्टोरी, दिस इज द फर्स्ट थिंग दैट विल बी डम्प्ड, because there is no space for personal stuff here. So I think you should give it a common thread that most people can discuss on, rather than putting your story element.
True. Yeah. And adding to Heman's point, guys, I'll tell you one thing. Whenever you are going for SIBM or SMHRD, 10 hungry sharks would be coming there, right? You won't get more than 40 to 50 seconds to put up your point of view. Everyone wanted to prove themselves. Maybe it will happen for SCIT, SID team or SSBF. For SIBM, SMHRD, you won't get any chance to, uh, put up your point of view more than 40 seconds. Next thing is, what I noticed during the group exercise, every person started with their own story, and up to third to fourth minute one person has to moderate that story, because your evaluation will happen on communication, your articulation, your understanding, your presence of mind. Post that how you moderate to the group exercise, and there will be some brownie points will be given who are starting the group exercise. Post that who is showing the leadership skill, right? If other people are coming with their own stories, but there's no person who's going to moderate that and will tell you that, guys, look at this picture and this person is telling an amazing story, maybe we can go with that story, right? So moderation is very important when it comes to group exercise, right? Then I have seen some people who don't listen carefully to the group exercise. Learn the art of listening so that you can build your point of view. uh, Maybe you can tell to the people that adding to someone's point, adding to my panelist view, don't put their name or don't take up their name, because you are giving brownie points to these people. Understood? Last three tips that I would like to tell you. uh, I have seen in SIBM Pune and SMHRD, sometimes it happens in a situation where conflict happen, right? In some of the situation where your points and the people who are present there, their point of view doesn't match. So what you have to do in that situation, you just have to appreciate the person, tell them that what they wanted to speak, and then put your point of view, right? Yes, as Hemant told, it is fine that you should immerse yourself into the group exercise. Let other people do what they wanted to do. Don't focus on themselves, but understand what are the group dynamics that are present there. These are the do's of group exercise. Let me focus on the don'ts, that you should.
आकाश, we have a few more questions on YouTube,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
एक बार वो एड्रेस कर लेते हैं, then
Okay.
we'll go on this. Anushka, do you have any point to add on the personal story part for the person who asked?
Yes, just one point I wanted to add. So, as Akash mentioned, that this evaluates listening and consensus building. I think he elaborated on the listening part quite well. On consensus building, I would like to just share a perspective as to why that is important, why they are evaluating that. I understand that now that I'm working in a corporate job for 6 months, because when you enter a meeting room, there are going to be people from different departments. There'll be someone from sales, there'll be someone from operations, someone from finance. Everyone's key areas or key takeaways or interests in that meeting is going to be different. But if you are in a position where you're leading that team, you have to make sure that everyone feels that their what they took something away from the meeting. You cannot please everyone, but you have to make everyone feel like their point is heard and well appreciated, and that you are giving them something to take away at the end of the meeting. So that is everyone, like someone from sales cares about the cost aspect of it. Someone from operations will care about logistics. Someone from say finance will care about the money profit aspect of it. But you as a leader has to weave them all together and somehow make them all function in cohesion. So that is what they are seeing in consensus building. They see you as future managers and they want to see, are you able to take a group of people and bring them on one page, even though they have all conflicting and different interests that are serving their own functions and not the project as whole. So that is what they are trying to see over here.
Perfect, perfect, Anushka. So, as
Yes.
Anushka told, I would like to build something on it, guys, before we'll take up the next question, because this shows your manager ability. And once you get into corporate, your stakeholder communication, your normal business communication, people management skills, and how do you understand the situations which are present there. All these 4 5 factors which are very important, and they are putting you in that situation, in that stressful situation, so that you can emerge out of it. Or do you, Hemant?
Yes. Thank you so much for adding the points. Uh, the next question we have is, do we have to talk differently about different images or combine images and make a story out of it? I think we have answered it. Uh, Also, can we consider also and also we can consider image as a referral, or do we need to consider exact images like see you relate oil with alcohol? अच्छा, so basically the person is asking कि जो उस image में दिखा रहा है क्या
Mhm.
लिटरली वही कंसिडर करना है, एज इन अगर वहाँ वो जो इमेज है उसमें वो ऑयल है कि अल्कोहल पता नहीं चल रहा. So what if it was oil? So that is something, yes, that's a good question. We'll address that. I'll just read the next question so that we can address both of it together. In group exercise, is it only picture based of VAT will also happen? नहीं, VAT नहीं होता.
There's no VAT. They have cancelled VAT.
Okay. What is this question? One thing should have confused. नहीं यार अनमोल, if you have a call you have a chance. आपका 98.42, I'm very sure 98.42 में भी लोग बैठे होंगे. If they did not want to take you, they would have never called you. Yes, it can happen that you might have to perform better than others, but अगर उनको लेना ही नहीं होता तो वो कॉल भी नहीं करते. They don't have enough time कि वो किसी ऐसे के साथ बात करे जिसको वो देखना ही नहीं चाहते
Yeah.
कैंपस में.
Yeah, adding to Hemant's point, I would like to tell you one thing, brother. I have seen people with 99.77 percentile was not able to crack SIBM or SMHRD both. But people with 99.38, 99.48, 99.51 were able to crack both colleges just because of their group exercise marks. So you have to perform better, because 50% weightage goes to the aptitude, 50% goes to the GEPI.
Hmm. I think we should address that question. वो भूल गया कि do we have to take picture on a literal sense? We'll start with Anushka. We'll move to you, Akash, because I have not been there, so I'll not comment.
Okay, so in this situation, I think it depends on if there is an ambiguity. If you think that a picture, like for example, in this situation, if you think that it could easily be wine or oil, then in that situation, you can take whatever is connecting to your story. But don't make it water because it obviously does not look like a bottle of water. So make it like it has to be something within the realm of believability. Also, uh, if you feel like you can use the object as a metaphor, that you can do. I mean, literally you don't have to take it as oil or wine. If you are using it in form of a metaphor to connect it to the rest of your point, then yes, you don't have to take the literal object into consideration, as long as that image somewhere you are able to define it in and fit it in the picture that you are trying to put in front of them when you explain.
Yes, I think you could have related that Star Wars wala thing with Trump. ठीक है, someone who
Exactly.
is holding a gun, right? And then that night bed with the Venezuelan president's night bed, and that cage that is broken is like how they entered into their home and conducted the whole operation. And or you could also say that it was like the army commander was holding the gun, conducted the operation while back in US, Trump was drinking and watching.
True. That's amazing story. Right. Yeah, yeah, guys, as Hemant told, have a strong handhold on current affairs, because once we read the current affairs, we'll be able to match up the references into the group exercise, or maybe you can take up real life examples. There's no need to take the exact uh, images which are present there. You can understand about how things happen in industry, socially, economically. Like, take these references from 10 to 12 industries and you're good to go. If you wanted to know about industry, I can also tell you, you can take it out from marketing, finance, operation, HR, product management, consulting, data science, then go for read more about semiconductors, life sciences. Then there are two three more fields, where these topics are coming it out when it comes to group exercise. So yeah, one of the field is oil and natural gas, right? So go through this 12 to 13 fields. Another example or another reference that I can give it to you is SSBs, right? Because the army professionals who are going to judge you, they act as a judge when it comes to SSBs, which happens for Air Force and Indian Army. So most of the times, same set of question that will pick it out from there itself. So you can practice it out from that images which are present there. Any questions, Hemant?
एक second, let me just see. गॉट इट। जीडी होगा एसआईएमपी ग्रुप एक्सरसाइज में, जीडी नहीं होगा भाई, ग्रुप एक्सरसाइज और जीडी अलग होते हैं। ग्रुप एक्सरसाइज में सिर्फ पिक्चर बेस्ड ही आएगा क्या? दे हैव स्टार्टेड एक्सपेरिमेंटिंग अनमोल, दे हैव स्टार्टेड गिविंग केसेस एज वेल, सो दैट कुड बी
Yeah, as I
पॉसिबिलिटी।
told earlier, brother, it depends on college. For SIBM, SMHRD, picture as well as case-based GE will happen, and then there's a stakeholder-based GE, such as there will be a marketing leader, operation leader, tech leader, and then there will be one business situation that will be given. So as a person who is sitting into group exercise, you have to take one person. Let's say if I am taking a position of marketeer, so in that business situation, as a marketeer, how I can implement my strategies, how I can implement my brand strategies, how I can position my brand. So these are the things that you have to put it out. And post that, if you look at all the stakeholders who are putting their point of view, lastly you have to come up with the conclusion that on behalf of group, we think that marketing wise this solution is far better as compared to technological or operation wise. This is the second type. Third type, which I told you, is video based. One video will come, and that video will be removed after 2 minutes, and there will be six to seven questions that will be given. So you have to choose one or two questions, and for that questions there will be answers that will be given in the next slide. So again, 2 to 3 minutes will be given. You have to choose out the answers, and the questions that you are picking out on a group, on a behalf of group, for that 2 to 3 questions you have to come up with the answers, and you have to tell to the panelists that why your answer was far better as compared to other answers that people are putting it out. SCIT, SIDTM, which are IT focus. So I told you 5 6 topics, just read it out, so that you'll be able to speak it out when it comes to group exercise. And yeah, I told the do's of group exercise. Let me also focus on the don'ts that you should manage when it comes to group exercise, right? First thing is, you should not dominate any group exercise. Listen to the people, uh, don't interrupt also, right? uh, I have seen people, just because they wanted to show that they are present in the group exercise, though sometimes they go off topic. Try to converse the group exercise, not to diverse the group exercise. And in 2023, I have seen one guy just came up with random data and fact. After the group exercise, the panelist stopped him and he told me that, can you tell me the reference where you have taken this data? And he was not able to speak it out. So what happened? Some of the marks would be cut down from the whole list of it. There will be 5 marks that will be given for your entry, your presence, your communication, then how you moderate or how you show leadership. Yes. Any questions, Hemant? Right.
I don't think there's
So,
any on YouTube.
yeah. Anushka, any last words that you wanted to say to the folks who are going for a SIMB group exercise?
Yes. So since Akash did mention that there is someone from the background of army also on the panel to observe you. So understand that they will be watching your body language very closely. So when you are in the GD, you have to look interested, you have to look attentive, but it should not come off as aggressive. You shouldn't be sitting leaned back on your chair, looking here and there. Be involved. Your body language, you should be leaned towards the panel, towards your batchmates who are with you over there. That is something they are going to see very closely, because they will be looking at you as they'll see they're seeing your level of interest, they're seeing your level of involvement in it. And it's very important that when you speak also, it should not, you can make hand gestures, but it shouldn't come off as very aggressive or very assertive, that you're not allowing anyone to take up space around you. That also should not happen. But be very mindful of your body language in that situation, because they are definitely observing you. And in every panel situation, be it an interview or a GE, there is one person who's looking at the content part of it, and there is 100% one person who's just observing. And that person is seeing your communication, that person is seeing your reactions to when things are not going your way, when someone's interrupting you in the middle of a point. Do you lose your cool, or do you just you stay calm and wait until the next opportunity to make your point? These are all things they are noting. They are absolutely making note of every move that you make. So make sure your calmness does not get shaken very easily. That is something, your temperament is being judged at every point during the GD. So be very mindful of your body language, your gestures, and your behavior. And same goes with voice modulation. When you start talking in a more shrill tone, people know that you're panicking. So try to be very mindful of how you present yourself over there.
Yeah, perfect. So last words of wisdom from my side, guys. Remember, you are going there not just compete, just to collaborate, right? Though you are competitors there, but in group exercise, your collaboration matters a lot. First thing that I would like to tell you here is I have seen people with average profile, average background, but amazing communication, amazing structure that they have built it out within this 1 or 2 minutes, got more points than I would say the fluent speakers. So that is very important. Build that structure within 1 or 2 minutes. Third thing is clarity is very important. If you're speaking something related to the topic, speak with strong clarity, right? And first, try to take up your entry into first 3 to 4 minutes so that your presence will be shown to the people. Last 3 4 tips that I would like to give you is, uh, sometimes you might face that you don't like someone's opinion, right? So it is okay to disagree with them, but respect their opinion in a professional way. Don't show that unprofessionalness when it comes to group exercise. And leadership also matters a lot. The way you show your leadership, the way you use hand gestures, because hand gestures is one of the way of leadership where you are showing your confidence to the people, right? Then lastly, don't dominate group exercise, because this is where most number of marks would be cut it down. And encourage the people if someone is not speaking in the group exercise, right? So yeah, Hemant, that's it from the group exercise. Guys, any questions? We'll take it up.
That's all from my side as well. I don't think. uh, Please also tell about the timelines.
Okay.
Timelines for that.
Okay, for SIBM Pune, SC Michadi, on 26th of this month, group exercise will happen. And you have to book the slots. It means that there will be 3 days. In that 3 days, you have to book slots. That is the stage one, and stage two would be there in between 7 to 10 February. So either you should take it in between 26 to 30 or 7 to 10, but I'll suggest you book your slot as soon as possible, because uh, if you try to take up the slots after the 7th of February, you will see in a group exercise, if the size limit is 10, they'll put up 10 to 15 to 20 people, right? So in that situation, I feel that there's no chance that that is present there where you can show your leadership, or where your presence will be shown to the people. So it is very important that you should try to book up the slots as soon as possible. For SIBM Bengaluru, your slots will open from 6th to 10th, and last year it went up to 16 to 20, right? So two stages would be there. For SIDTM, SCIT, it would be in the last stages of February, around 15th to 20th of February, and the stage 2 would be in 26th to 30th of February.
इतना तो भाई स्टूडेंट को नहीं पता होता। इतना तो स्टूडेंट को नहीं पता होता आकाश भाई।
That's how you have to read up the mind of the people, right?
I've got calls from Soil. Here the group exercises on design thinking.
Yes. I have also seen last year. It is very basic exercise. They have tried it to make it similar to SIBM Pune, but design thinking means the basic topic that will be given to you, and some stakeholders will be given to not more than three stakeholders, and in a group of 10 to 12 people, you just have to speak it out. But the quality of students who are coming to Soil, you you're not gonna match the quality of any college in SIMB, right? So strong communication, articulation, basic understanding of the topic will help you to crack soil G.
Chalo, I think we have done enough from our side. If anyone has any further questions, feel free to reach out to us. Join the course if you haven't already. Recommend it to your friends and earn some karma points and a place in heaven. So, yes, thank you so much for connecting with us. Uh, we'll see you in the next session. Bye bye.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. All the best
Thank
to
you,
you for your
Akash.
group exercise and
Wonderful session.
interviews.
All the best, everyone. Do well.
Thank